would recommend doing that. And let me just try one last thing. That the only other thing I recommend doing is maybe trying this, because I thought about doing this. I'm thinking you're going to want to get your Pythagorean identities. So let's just do this one real quick. Sine squared of x plus a cosine of x. Why am I doing a cosine? They don't want them squared. Plus. Okay, so what that's going to give you in the numerator here is a sine squared of x minus a cosine squared of x. And then over here, you're going to get a sine of x. Sine times a negative cotangent, right? Remember, that's a negative cotangent of x. So that's cosine over sine. So therefore, that's going to be a negative cosine of x. That's going to be the positive cosine of x. And then this one's going to be, so you're going to get basically the same idea here. And then that's going to give you a negative cosine squared of x all over a sine of x. So those will divide out. Let's rewrite these in terms of sine. So if I have sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x equals 1, I can write that in terms of sines by saying that's a 1 minus cosine squared. No, cosine equals a 1 minus sine squared, yeah. So I can say a sine squared of x equals, I'm sorry, not that, subtract, minus cosine. I can rewrite a cosine as a 1 minus a sine squared of x. So that's going to be plus, oh God. I can put over 1. So I have a sine of x minus a cosine squared of x all over a sine of x. I mean, you can combine these. Oh, well, here we go. Aha. Forget that. Nope, we got it. Look at that, little perseverance. I was about to give up. Sine squared of x minus a cosine squared of x, right? And look what I have here. So technically, I have a sine squared of x minus a cosine squared of x all over a sine squared of x minus a cosine squared of x all over a sine of x. And guess what happens when you multiply by the reciprocal? Guess what happens when you multiply by the reciprocal? You get a sine of x. Wabam.